What's going on, battle rap community? This is Random, the battle rap analyst, coming back at you with another blog. Look, I'm gonna get right into it. I don't want to hold you. There's a lot been said about, T-Rex, Murda Mook, Dot Mob. Now, if we look at T-Rex, we see he was on a run for a while. I mean, he was going crazy. He ran through Slaughterhouse. He was just killing people and embodying a few people round after round after round. And of course, he had a hiccup when he went into Charlie Clips. Actually, didn't look so good on that. Clips got that battle, in my opinion. But then towards the end, things started to get shaky. Now, of course, we got the whole K-Shine controversy between Rex and him, and it wasn't going to be a battle. K-Shine's trying to strike out on his own, doing things. K-Shine, for the most part, been doing, pretty good. Obviously, a lot of people believe that the whole NWX thing really saved him, and DNA kind of bailed him out with the whole 2-on-2 things. But K-Shine been on a run. I said all that to say this. It finally came to a head when it come to, K-Shine and T-Rex. And if you haven't seen it yet, we're waiting for that battle to drop between K-Shine and T-Rex. Some people saw the pay-per-view, some people saw it live. I happen to have seen that battle, and K-Shine clearly won. It's pretty much 3-0. I will say that T-Rex had a really good first round, but he didn't explore it. Now, a lot has been said that, T-Rex did not spit the rounds that he originally had for K-Shine. I don't know if it would have made a difference. Maybe it would have. I don't know. We will never know, because he didn't spit the round, so we can't go back and replace rounds he would have said and all that. So the way the battle went down, K-Shine clearly won. Now, in the aftermath of that T-Rex loss to K-Shine, people were saying that Murda Mook, one of the founding members of Dot Mob, took a shot at T-Rex, did a diss track. And I don't know if you heard it, but if you have not, you need to go listen to it. And it sounds like it is a diss. Bloggers were coming out talking about it, and saying, hey, Murda Mook's taking a shot at Rex and this and that. Is that the end of Dot Mob? Everything is falling apart, stuff like that. It looked bad on T-Rex when K-Shine was going to give him some fake dap. I mean, it was just, it was kind of gut wrenching. It was a little bit gut wrenching. But at any rate, Murda Mook, he did do a song. Okay. And if you don't listen all the way into the end, it does sound like a diss track. It does sound like he's going in on T-Rex. However, something interesting happened. Queen's Flip, not too long ago, set a video out, and it was just kind of a call to action to T-Rex. Shout out Queen's Flip. And he was he just poured his heart out, really. He was trying to reach T-Rex, because they said that T-Rex been kind of moving funny in the streets. I mean, T-Rex had some words with Goods and stuff over the whole GMB thing. T-Rex would run off on the plug, not showing up for battles. He didn't show up for Rad B until much later, so it got rescheduled. Things like that. So people are saying that, T-Rex been moving kind of funny, and they don't like, what it looks like. We don't know if he's going to retire, don't know what he's doing, but things are just looking kind of funny. But if you look at Queen's Flip, I'm sorry, let me get back into Queen's Flip. If you look back at his video when he's addressing T-Rex and he's addressing, the Murda Mook diss song or whatever, he's really saying that it's not really a diss track. In fact, he was saying he was trying to motivate or light a fire under T-Rex. That is, Murda Mook was trying to light a fire under T-Rex. And at first blush, you might be like, no, I heard that track and I don't know about that. And the good news is that Queen's Flip actually played the track. He actually played it. But what's even better than that is that when you get to the end, see, some people think that it was the result of T-Rex losing to K-Shine, but no, not really. It really wasn't that, because in the track, Murda Mook said, April 8th, I don't want to hear any excuses, which means that track was made before his battle with K-Shine. Okay, so that's why it's not a diss track. And to go even further, Queens Flip said that Murda Mook told T-Rex about it, and including, you know, K-Shine. So they heard it. So the reason why we're not hearing a whole lot from T-Rex about it might be because T-Rex was already aware of the track, you know, and that it was gonna come out. Now, the rest of the video Queens Flip did, you know, he was really kind of pleading with them. He wasn't trying to take sides. He said he's cool with he was cool with K-Shine, and he's cool with T-Rex. But the one he's concerned about, obviously, is T-Rex. You know, he's on hiatus. He was just, you know, he was just saying, hey, look, brother, if you need to talk, we can talk. You know, we've known each other for a long time, for 10 years. And he was saying, you know, he tried to contact him, tried to call him. So T-Rex come back and he says, wait, you know, why didn't you call me? I mean, he's gone on record and said, look, I tried to call you. Me and K-Shine tried to call you. Okay, because it's a family thing. When you've known someone for years, it's real hard to, it's just real. It's real hard. You know, you really don't want to go against that. But, you know, you got to let bygones be bygones. But he did call him out and say, look, we do whatever. We could take a trip. You know, I mean, no pause necessary. You know, just two homeboys taking a trip, you know, clear your head, get some fresh air. And he told him, hey, let's just go somewhere. Let's go in the mountains. Let's go do something. You know, let's just get away from everything, get your head straight, and, you know, see what the next move that you're going to make. So I appreciate Queens Flip for really putting that out there, because he offers a little bit more insight into it. And, you know, he's been around these guys, you know, for at least a decade. So he knows these guys, first name basis, you know, probably broke bread with the brothers. So he knows what's going on. He knows what's going on. So I do appreciate him doing that and putting that out there and kind of give us the other side, you know, because sometimes in this culture, you know, to get us really fired up, get us real spark, we need drama. You know, we want some drama. We want, you know, a beef here, beef there. Oh, is Murda Mook gonna go against T-Rex again, like a rematch? You know, I saw the ref footage. You know, if you didn't see the ref footage, you know, the audio's not that good, but I saw the ref footage of T-Rex versus Murda Mook. Ooh, with the audio, is really hard to, you know, say who really won. I mean, I guess you could venture a guess and really concentrate and listen to it, but the audio is not that good. You know, it's kind of, you know, back in the day kind of thing. But that's irrelevant. You know, the question is, you know, people may want to get some things sparked off between those two, which leads me to the last portion of this blog. What's going on with Dotmont? You know, are they going to disband, or, you know, people have distanced themselves from it? You know, you got Show Off coming into it, but I mean, to what? To no avail. Real Deal's a part of Dotmont, but nobody cares. And I mean, he doesn't seem to be repping it too much. You know, we know K-Shine left. So what does it mean, you know, to be in Dot Mob? What does it mean? You know, I hear, you know, Snake Eyes is supposed to be in Dot Mob. So I mean, you know, I don't know. I don't know if it even means anything anymore to be part of Dot Mob. I don't know if it's you know, still going to be around. Is there going to be a passing of the torch? Is somebody else going to take over? You know, Rex don't seem to be running it. He's on hiatus or something. Mook is inactive. You know, he just won't get back in that ring, nor does he have any interest to get back in that ring. So what is Dot Mob? Who is representing Dot Mob? I mean, Tay Rock is representing Cave Gang more than he is representing Dot Mob. So that's just, you know, that's just something to think about. You know, what do you guys think about, you know, Dot Mob, T-Rex, Murda Mook? You know, just rock with me. What say you? Battle Rap Hall of Fame. It's your boy Random, the Battle Rap Analyst. Subscribe.